Microphone's in the way, but that's okay.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Talk-A-Latte. And don't we have to forget that the camera's up there? So if you actually want to talk.
Oh yeah, I was looking in here.
It's okay. We are on a new platform. I hope that we can see you all. This is going to be brand new to us, so please keep in mind that things will be a little bit crazy initially. I can see we have 0 viewers. There we go. Now we have 2. This was going to be a little bit of an interesting...
people are jumping on now. But see, like mine, I'm trying to test it on my own computer so that we know what you guys are looking at. Yeah. And mine says that it's
well, and I actually think that the Hangout is not using the webcam, so we'll try to... Because look up at the camera. Yeah, no, it's not using the webcam. Okay, so let's...
It looks like I'm looking into La La Land.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. I had to refresh the page. So if they had the page open before we went live...
Oh, you have to refresh.
It just says, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We are going to go to Preferences. See if we can use our other camera, which may not happen. That's okay.
That's all right.
We are slow. We're going to wait for people to log in.
Can we share this? Can we share it?
I think we can share it in Facebook, yes.
Let's see.
Maybe. So...
just the Q&A, okay.
Yeah, this is a little bit new to us, guys, so just be patient with us as we try to figure all this out. But yeah, I think our webcam is not working. We got a new webcam and everything for you guys, and it's not working, but that's okay. All right, so...
Oh, share event, there it is.
If you share it on Facebook, that's what we probably should do, even though Google Hangout won't want to do that, or Facebook won't like that. You can copy and paste the link.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of an experiment today, guys. So I appreciate your patience with us. I'm just making sure that everything is working properly. You can chat in the chat box below. Also, you can ask questions in the Q&A, and I will share a screenshot with you guys here in a second to do that. But I hope you all are patient with us in, yeah, so anyway. Okay, let's see here. This is all new to us. Okay, I think we are good. All right, so this is going to be a little, we have 19 viewers right now, so we've got some people tuning in.
Are they only have the Q&A option.
They only have a Q&A option, no chat?
They have Q&A or they have the showcase.
Okay, so down at the bottom would be showcases are the different links that we can provide. Okay, cool.
So if you can't find your Q&A, it's on the little toolbar that's at the top of the video screen. There's like a little white grid. Click on that and you can toggle between the different sidebar windows. And so the Q&A is in there, and that's where you can ask questions or make comments or whatnot, and we can keep track of all
those. And the nice thing about this platform is that we won't miss questions, which is really nice. So you will all be able to ask your questions, and like on Periscope we missed them, you know, because they would go by so quickly.
So fast.
And then we have better audio quality and better video quality with this microphone we've got here, and supposedly with our new HD webcam. However, it's not working now.
I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. We have some people. Thank you, Marisol, for commenting. I appreciate it. Yes, and thank you, Shannon, for that advice. We did get that. And I do have a little keynote actually to show you guys, because we're going to discuss today the 5 things that make a studio look unprofessional and how to fix them. So what I also want to do is give you the link to download the freebie for today's today's Talk-A-Latte. Let's see here. It'll be under the showcase icons, and let me go ahead and add that for you guys really quickly here. Copy and paste everything. So just a second. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go to Talk-A-Latte.tv. Excuse me. Sorry, that link's not working yet. Don't go there. Yeah, life's crazy right now. I tell you, just a new platform. Hang on, and I'm clicking on all kinds of things on my desktop that just aren't working. Good grief. Okay. Getting back to regularly scheduled programming here. There we go. Okay, so if you guys want the freebie, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the showcase icon or showcase section. So if you go up to the grid in the right corner, you'll see the showcase section, and that will give you a link to our website. And on there, you can opt in and get the freebie for today, which is the Unprofessional checklist. And you can download that and kind of see what we're talking about. I'm waiting a little bit for folks to tune in, as I know this is a new platform and it's going to take a while for folks to hop in. And we are literally just testing this at this point because if it doesn't work, we'll find another solution. But in the meantime, I just want to like kind of feel this out, see if it's going to work, and go from there. Because if it's going to be too confusing and whatnot, then, you know, if we can't get used to it, then what's the point, right? So anyway, okay, so I think I'll go ahead and try to go for it and log in. My mail keeps notifying me of stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out. That's a little awkward today, guys, so I appreciate your patience with us very, very much as we try to test out this brand spanking new platform. I even have Photoshop open. That was just a bad idea. Don't save.
All my stuff.
Don't save. Don't save. Don't save. Don't save. Don't save.
Some
Don't
people,
save.
yeah,
Okay.
because there's two places to chat. You can chat on the event page, or you can chat in the Q&A.
Yes, you can chat. We don't see the chat on the event page. So if you do chat there, we won't see that. But if you do go to the Q&A section, we will see your questions there. So go ahead and post questions there. And those of you who are really good at Google Hangouts can definitely give us some advice as we try to work through
and
this.
April mentioned that everyone can see your questions, so keep
Yes.
that in mind when you say
Thank
stuff.
you, April, so
And
everybody
also,
can see.
there's that +1 on the side or on the bottom of the comment, that it's kind of like the Creative Live chat where you can like vote for questions
Questions that you like.
So if you're really interested in hearing the answer to a question, make sure you hit that so that we know to get to that one specifically. Yeah,
so like on this first question up here, yay, I figured it out, Carla. I can add a +1 to that. And, oh, sorry.
Now you're answering
I'm currently answering Carla Baxley's question, which really isn't a question, but that's okay. Yeah, learning curve. But anyway, you can +1, +2 things. Yeah, see, April went ahead and someone +2'd her comments. So if you put a plus on a question, that means that we know you like that question. So go ahead and do that if you see someone else's question and want us to answer it, okay? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to quickly share my screen and see. It does. Okay, Dana says it's easier than Periscope. Good. I'm so glad. That makes me happy to hear. I'd love opinions on that and thoughts as we test out this new platform and see if it works. But I know it's going to take. I know it's going to take a couple times before we're all in the groove of
where
this.
it's like totally smooth sailing.
So we're not going to like give up on it if it's a disaster today, because push through with intention, right? We gotta do that. So Mackenzie, welcome. Thank you for your comments. And Shannon, we already got that. Perfect. Awesome. And I'm learning.
So you can hit select, and then we can answer it, and the people can go back and view it.
Okay, so we're going to answer Shannon Lenoir's question. We kind of already did, but I'm going to, the nice thing is that Google Hangouts timestamps the stuff. So when you watch the replay, you can actually go to a question and hear the answer to it at that time. So that's kind of why we're going to answer Shannon's question at the moment. And it's not really a question. She made a comment about clicking on the grid at the top to see the Q&A or see the chat or see Showcase. Showcase are links to our Google Plus page or YouTube channel where you can watch archives. So go ahead and subscribe to those areas, as well as we offered a link to our Talk-A-Latte page on our website. The freebie is there, so if you guys want to go ahead and opt in and get the freebie, which is a huge list called the Unprofessional Checklist. We're going to touch on 5 of those today, but there are many more to look at. So there you go. That's the answer to Shannon's question. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, no, I don't think you're doing it wrong, Becky. I can't find that link you said posted in Showcase. On the upper right corner, it is the grid, right? Is that, like, if you're watching as a viewer? We have 2 screens going here, so we can see.
And then there's one for Google Plus.
So how do you get to that? How do you?
You just click on the blue.
No. How do you show Showcase?
Oh, from this little white grid?
Yeah, there's on the upper right corner, there's a little white, like 9-up grid, like it looks like a triptych or a 9-up tick, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Click on that, and that Showcase will be there, and questions will be there.
There's a Q&A or there's Showcase.
So hit the Q&A if you want to ask questions. Showcase is where all the links are that we're providing for you guys. Okay. Okay, let's get started. I think we're getting the hang of this. So we haven't really started yet. I've been waiting for folks to tune in. We've got about 45, 50 viewers right now, which is awesome. I'm so tickled that you guys are here. We had like 1,000 on Periscope, but that's okay. We'll grow it.
A lot of them were fake, though. So.
That's true. That's a good point. Okay, so let's get rolling here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Right. I'm going to be popping in and out. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to help troubleshoot people, too.
Well, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and get onto my keynote here in the proper location.
Keep refreshing it also.
And go ahead and, nope, we're not going to do that. Just one second, you guys. And we're going to share that.
And A.
Go ahead and share. Beautiful. Okay, you guys. So I wanted to just kind of create, here I am, you know me, I don't ever do anything partially, right? I wanted to share just a little keynote, and we'll pop in and out and try to do this as smoothly as possible so you're not just looking at a screen the whole time. But basically today's topic is 5 things that make a studio look unprofessional and how to fix them, okay? Well, but I also don't want you to, when I was thinking about this topic, I kind of was like, gosh, that sounds really negative. I'm such a downer on a Tuesday, right? But I don't want it to be like that. And granted, we're going to highlight a few things, and you may be doing them in your business, but don't beat yourself up over it, please. This is just a way, in a fun way, to examine your business. And let me tell you, I have probably done myself all of these and more. So this is certainly not an exhaustive list, and it's not complete, as the download is probably not complete either. But I really want you to understand that you don't need to beat yourself up over this. It's just about being aware. So we are trying this new platform, Google Hangouts on Air. So please be patient with us as we work through the kinks. But go ahead and click, and I thought it was this little Q&A button, but apparently it's the grid. So there'll be a little square grid up here on the right, and where it says Q&A there. And you can click either Q&A or the Showcase icon. The Showcase icon is where we will share links to you, and automatically our YouTube channel and Google Plus page come up so that you guys can continue to sign up for these Talk-A-Latte events every week, and you can see the archives on the YouTube channel. And that's the beauty of this, is that archives are going to be available. Periscope, they were not. We're going to be able to see questions. You guys can see us do these screen sharing and keynotes, which just gives us a little bit more flexibility and more characteristics to teach, which, you know, guys know I love to teach. So I really want to be able to provide the best experience for you guys, and I think this is the way we're going to be able to do that. So head to our live event page. You can either watch it there, because we're streaming, we've embedded the Google Hangout there, so you can watch it live there. You can also download the freebie for today by opting in and entering your email. The freebie is called the Unprofessional Checklist, and it's a list of, gosh, like 20 or 30 different things that I've experienced in my business as being unprofessional from either myself or from other photographers. So in no particular order, and without any further ado, let's chat about them and then answer questions. So One thing that I think kind of makes people look a little bit unprofessional is using more than one logo and or inconsistent fonts in your business, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. A different watermark is fine. You just have to make sure that they coordinate. You know how people will have a round stamp for their watermark and then their logo will have that look to it, but it's more of a long, square, skinny appearance? That's fine. It's when it's completely different and mishmash that it looks a little odd, right? I mean, sometimes we're on air again, just so you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to help people get signed in.
I know, you're so sweet. She's like doing all this and helping everybody out. But like you've seen this too in your experience with branding and design. It's like people, and I'm so guilty of it myself. You guys, like we literally just branded a year ago and I still have prints out there that have my old logo on them.
I know, they need to be replaced bad too.
I know, and it's so unprofessional. It's so unprofessional. It just like, it dings the brand. You know what I mean? It just like makes it not quite consistent and on top of it. And not that it's that unprofessional. It's just that the little things
Mm-hmm.
that just kind of, take it down a notch.
Oh yeah.
So, I think your watermark can echo or can coordinate with your logo. You know how some people have different watermarks than they do logos, or like a round stamp for a watermark.
And but it's still coordinated.
Yeah, it still looks like
to look the same, like that it belongs together.
Yeah, it looks like it's all from the same company. That's the point.
Right.
So just be wary of that and make sure that your logos that you don't let an old logo wander out there. But I've seen it where people have two different logos on the same brochure. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah, or inconsistent fonts, as you guys have noticed, and we have gotten better and better at this over the years, but I have a few fonts, Hilton Sans, NutriFace, and then we have a couple script fonts that we use, and that is it. Those are our fonts. They are not going anywhere. We have to use those every time. Even in my keynotes, you guys can see that I use very consistent fonts at all times. So let's go back to that, and you can see, like, even throughout this keynote, you'll see that we have very consistent look, sizes, colors, etc. Okay? Number 2. And don't worry, we'll take questions after we get through these little keynotes here. But number 2, you don't answer your phone, or you take too long to respond to an inquiry, or your contact info doesn't even exist. How many times have I gone to go contact a photographer by phone in some other state, and I'm looking them up, and not only do they not have their city and town on their website, but I can't find their phone number to save my life. And so my only option is to email them. And to me, that looks a little unprofessional, okay? And if you don't respond in time, you're going to get that person booking someone else. If you don't answer your phone, it just kind of looks a little bit like you don't care. And that's not professional. At least get yourself into a system where you have autoresponders in email, or a really nice phone message, voicemail message that communicates with your potential client that you'll get back to them within a few hours, or how long they can expect to wait to hear from you. That way they fully know what's happening, they're aware of your situation, and they know they're going to get contact from you. I have had photographers who I've called multiple times, and they never call back. And to me, and even like really high-end professional people don't answer their phone, or they take a week to get back to you. And for Pete's sake, just put a phone number on your website. I mean, seriously, this is the simple one, but you'd be surprised at how many people actually do this. Number 3, your delivery or turnaround takes too long. And there's a couple schools of thought on this, okay? I'm going to put us back on there again, just so you know, so you can kind of look and say hi.
Sorry, hi.
She's helping people.
I feel so bad because people are.
I know we're gonna have these.
It's gonna be a little bit of.
It's gonna be a little bit of a growing
and
pain.
I'm trying to like go through the questions, but there's like this stupid window keeps popping up. I don't know how to get rid of it.
She's so cute. She rocks, really. Okay, delivery takes too long, and there's, like I said, there's 2 schools of thought on this. Some business owners think, oh, if it's custom work, it should take a long time, right? It should be something, quality is worth waiting for, that kind of thing. And I've even written that on my website. Quality is worth waiting for. Yeah, to a point. And I don't know, I flip-flop back and forth on this issue a little bit, but if you think about it, we are in an instant gratification society right now, and the faster you turn around, the higher the emotion level is of the client. Like they're still in that place of giddiness from having seen your images. And so when you deliver within that giddy period, you're really doing yourself a service because that emotion rises even further. And you look like a rock star in front of your clients, and they're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And they're still in that high. If they've come off that ledge and then you deliver, it's like, oh, here's my $1,000 order. Yay. You want your client to be like, oh, I've been waiting for this. You want them to be in that emotional state. So I strongly encourage you to deliver quick. And what that means is under promising and over delivering. So if you say it's going to take 4 weeks, deliver in 1.5 or 2. Make it so awesome and surprise your customer. That element of surprise is what gives everybody that feeling that you are truly a professional business, you know what you're doing, and you're on top of it. Okay? All right, let's go back to screen sharing one more time. Learning curves are awesome. Love that.
You know what I might do?
What?
Which I guess everybody that's not on is not going to hear this. But
okay.
I should do a trial run on Wednesday with people and like walk them through how to sign on so they don't miss next week if they want to join in live.
I think that's a good call. I knew there would be issues, and I'm so sorry, you guys.
I know, I feel really
okay. Number 4, your price list is too complicated. I have seen this over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I am guilty of it myself. You have no idea. In the beginning, my price list was so complex, and I had to explain it to every single customer who came through my door. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. When you try to appeal to everyone, and I know the desire is when you have like a really in-depth price list and you offer all these products, the motivation comes from this place of, oh, I want them to be able to have anything they want. I want them to, any option, it comes from a good place, but what you do is confuse them. So edit. Take out as much as you can in your price list, and then take out more, you guys. This is so important because your price list, if it's too complicated, you're going to lose them. You're going to lose your client. And just because you carry it in your studio doesn't mean it needs to be on your price list at all. You can always tell your clients that it exists, and then give them a price after the fact, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be listed somewhere in your collateral, in your studio. So be really careful about overdoing it and making it too complicated. Your client should be able to glance at the price list, 30 seconds, and know exactly what to do, and know exactly what they can get, exactly how you operate. Not too many packages. I think that's a big issue. So if your price list is too complicated, and if you think it's too complicated, you're not sure, post it on the Facebook group and we'll tell you. I mean, you guys know me well enough to know by now that I tell it like it is, and almost too bluntly. Sometimes she's laughing at me. Almost too bluntly at times because she knows it's true. At least I can admit my own weakness, right?
We balance each other out. You help me be stronger, and I help you be softer. It works out.
It does work. Yeah, and my sister's like you, so yeah, I totally benefited
Jenny
in that way.
Jenny and I are very similar.
For those of you who don't know, Jenny is joining us at the dual education team. She is not moving here, sadly, yet.
We've been trying to convince her.
We will convince her. I'm convinced of it. Her oldest son graduates from high school in 2 to 3 years, I think. Yeah. 3 years? He's going to be a sophomore next year.
That makes me feel old.
I know. Trust me. Tell me about it. But he graduates in 3 years, so I think that by that time she'll move up here with her hubby and bring her youngest up here. So anyway, rabbit trail. Let's get back to regularly scheduled programming. Pricing, too complicated. Simplify. If you want to post your pricing on the Facebook group, we will take a look at it and tell you, hey, it's too complicated, and tell you what to cut. Just be ready for us to be blunt about it. That's all I ask.
That's already happened a couple times. There are some that I don't even bother reading it because I'm like, I see the thumbnail and I'm like, whoa.
I know, we love you guys, don't get us wrong, but we will help you as long as you're okay with
Well, and the thing is you don't necessarily have to give them every single option in
Exactly.
every single piece of collateral. You know, we have a full price list here in the studio, but what we originally present to them are like starting prices, so that they know, like, okay, can I even afford this at the, you know, lowest level or whatever, and then go from there.
Exactly.
But if you list, like, you can get an 8x10, an 11x14, a 16x20.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they don't need to know all of that.
And then they see the numbers and it's just like, in one ear out the other. Okay. And the last and final unprofessional thing is talking about clients in front of other clients. I don't care if it's good, bad, or ugly. It's just not good. Because what happens is when you talk about a client in front of another client, even just the slightest negative connotation will subconsciously make the client wonder, hey, does she talk about me in front of other people? And you just don't ever want to go there. So to solve it and fix the issue, just really get in your mindset. Think of yourself like a doctor or an attorney, and think client confidentiality. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And I have done this. I mean, and sometimes I'll talk about good things about a client, but I honestly shouldn't. And God forbid, don't share anything personal online unless the client says it's okay. Because, you know, sometimes we have these really amazing birth stories. I know you guys know this as some of you are newborn photographers. We get amazing, like, rainbow baby stories and cool stuff like that. But we always ask permission to share it online before we do so. And sometimes they're amazing stories, but it's that client confidentiality thing. You want to protect their privacy, protect their kids at all costs. So be very, very careful about talking about other people in front of other people, even if it's good. I mean, I know that you and I, we're in the education world, and I talk about clients and issues that I've had, but I never name anyone, ever, or I give them a fake name. You guys have seen me talk about Natalie. It's not her name. But and Erin, you know Erin, right? Yeah. Erin Smith. Oh, she was bad. So, but I never ever say their name. Do you know who I'm talking about? Yeah. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. So keep in mind that talking about someone positive or negative and using their name is never a good thing. And I see other photographers do this online in a public forum and use swear words and, like, put people down, and it just, like, makes me cringe because it is so unprofessional.
Well, especially when you're in a position of power too.
Oh, yes.
An authority figure, and you're talking down to someone else in the industry or a student of yours or whatever. Oh, really bad.
I seriously, like, have goosebumps right now. That makes me so angry, and it's extremely unprofessional.
So bad.
Just don't do it, period. If you have a problem with someone, don't, in a public forum, talk about them. And, you know, we've even had this problem in our group a little bit, and people mean it innocently. They're not trying to be mean, but just talking about someone when they're there and they know you're talking about them is just not right. It's not right. So I strongly encourage everybody to just be aware, especially in this online world that we have. It's so easy because there's, like, this veil of the internet that people think is okay to talk about, or to write about, I should say. If you wouldn't say what you're going to write to someone's face, do not write it. Simple as that. If you can't tell me to my face that you think I suck, or that my work is cheap, or whatever, you know, whatever people negative say, and if you can't tell me that to my face or in a private message to me, don't even say it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay? Positive people, positive attitude, positive mentality, etc., etc. Okay, and then finally, before we get into questions, I just want to give you guys the place to get the freebie today. The Unprofessional Checklist, which is a list of like 20 or 30 more things that you can kind of gauge in your studio and how to fix it. So subscribe to our email list and download the freebie. Go to jewel-education.com, click on the menu item that says Talk-A-Latte TV, and that will give you a place to enter your opt-in, and you can get the freebie for today. It's actually, I spent all yesterday on it, didn't I? Yeah, all day yesterday I spent on it. So hopefully
we did that lunch meeting too.
Yeah, we did to brainstorm it all. We went to lunch last Friday and had a cider, which was awesome. and brainstormed out all the ideas, and then I typed it up and make it look pretty yesterday. So do me a favor and download it so it doesn't go to waste.
No, it is pretty. That is some of that. Oh, let me do the answered things so that if other people are trying to.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're trying to find the freebie, you can click. If you click on the link and showcase, it'll take you to our Google Plus page, and underneath the little profile picture, there's a link to jewel-education.com. Click on that. Right?
Yeah. Well,
it's from our web. It's on our website.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's just make it simpler. If you go to jewel-education.com,
yeah,
and the menu on the top of the page, Talk-A-Latte TV, click on that. That'll take you to our Talk-A-Latte TV page. And if you scroll, enter your email, and it will be instantly emailed. We're gonna like make a deal. We're basically making a deal with you. Give us your email so we can market to you, and then you'll get the freebie. It's pretty much what it's all about, to be fun. And we're not obnoxious with emails at all, but we are, of course, one of the reasons we're doing Talk-A-Latte is not only for education for you guys, but also it does benefit us. We are going to be pushing these content-driven events in the next few months leading up to our launch of Market Like You Mean It. So you guys will be getting emails about Market Like You Mean It from us. If you don't want to get those, you can immediately unsubscribe, but you'll miss all this fun content too. So don't unsubscribe.
And there's more freebies coming.
There's more freebies coming. Yes. So I will tempt you with free good stuff. Anyway, okay, so we are done answering that question. Now we're just going to take more, right? So
yeah, we can do questions.
Okay, so let's see. Angela Gesteria Photography says, when you design a flyer with marketing purposes, do you to get new clients, any specific advice? Prices included, maybe a short version of prices. What is the key to get them at least interested? Any don'ts? This is a fantastic question, Angela. Let me grab my pricing brochure here to show you what we do, and maybe that will help you. I walked away from the microphone, so I hope you can hear me. But anyway, I walked over there and I'm talking. Yeah, they can probably hardly hear me. Here is our brochure, okay? And what I want you to notice in the design is the simplicity of it. Our logo, what we do, a picture, that's it. I use tons of negative space, okay? Here's our sessions. I hope this is turned around correctly because I'm reading it backwards. Hopefully.
Yeah, on Periscope it was.
Okay, so hopefully you guys, because I see this backwards, just so you all know. So I'm hoping that you see it.
It's not backwards.
It's not backwards. So let me know.
Let me look.
If it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's like a 30-second delay, but that's okay. So anyway, here's my session fee. So all I have is platinum sessions, gem sessions, and then a little bit of about the photographer. And then when you open up, look how simple this is. A picture with our why and our tagline, let the beginning never end. And then basic pricing, okay? A la carte, create a collection right there. And that is it. I do this, step one is to choose an art piece. We have lots of art pieces. We have lots of options, but there's only 3 listed here because this is starting prices, and then digital files, your 2 options there, and that basically is it. So there is not a lot of text. And yes, Angela, I did put pricing in here, but it's basic starting prices. And the reason I did that is because I kind of want to pre-qualify clients. And if they can't afford me, they're going to pick this up, look at it, and then set it down because they know they can't afford me. I don't want to get a lot of phone calls from people who I have to try to sell to. I want them to know that they can afford me from the start, okay? So I always recommend keeping flyers or brochures simple, clean, just pertinent information. And then, if you want to put in pricing, I think it's a personal choice if you want to put in pricing. But I mean, literally, there's just 2 images on here. One big one here, one big one here, and then a couple right there. That's it. So very small, very simple, very clean. Less is more, less is more, less is more. I hope that answers your question, Angela. Okay. Mackenzie Lynn says, how can you keep Facebook blog active? Select that one. There we go. How can you keep the Facebook blog active when you don't have a lot of business at the time? I know this is a hard one. A good question. Super slow this spring because family life was crazy, but I should have been posting something still so I look like I'm still busy. What can I post though? Great question. If you guys ever look at our Facebook page, you will notice that we do a lot of repeat babies. Like I only post one image at a time on Facebook. This is social media like Facebook. I'll get to blogs in a second. But only one image at a time, and I'll use a session for a good year sometimes. We'll like pull images from it and
because you can sprinkle them.
You can sprinkle them out, I guess is what I'm saying.
And if they're baby planners, then you can revisit some of the newborn ones or the 6-month ones and say, oh, remember so-and-so, stay tuned for their 1 year or whatever, like lead it into the next post for when you get those edited.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome. So blogging wise, what I would do is make a content list of articles that would help moms. It doesn't have to be always your sessions. Make a blog post about pregnancy resources in your town, or what do you really need to register for, or the parks that are baby and kid friendly, or just make a post that has to do more with community and not necessarily about your work, but that's actually really useful content to the moms out there. There's a lot of great resources for on Google Chrome. There's like a lot of little apps that you can like Hootsuite is what I use for social media, and I can put the Hootsuite app on my Chrome app, and then whenever I see something cool on the internet, I can click on the Hootsuite app, and that'll send it to my Instagram so I can social media something cool that I think my moms would be interested in. So look for content that isn't necessarily photo related, but that is target audience related, that your moms would really like to see, that's useful information for them. I mean, if you've ever been pregnant, remember back when what you needed and what was missing and what would have helped you. And then use your email list and send out to your email list the new article on parks and recreation for kids in your town, and send that out to all your moms. And then you become known as a resource for other information, okay? So it doesn't always have to be your sessions, Mackenzie. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, let's see. Becky, I didn't get showcased, but isn't that link? Isn't it showing a link for freebie? Sorry, I think we got those
in
answered.
the middle of reading a question, and then something happens and it disappears.
How weird!
Really frustrating.
Oh, sometimes I'm saying I think you can show answered questions and unanswered questions. Can you?
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay. Let's see. Dina was getting us a tip. Okay, here's a tip. If you click on the little area on the top right for full screen, the video quality is much better. Good to know. So click on the full screen icon and the video will get much better. So that's a great question or a comment. Thank you, Dina, for saying that. If you click on the upper right full screen button, the video will actually get much better here on Google Hangouts. Okay. Let's see. She also said we can watch on the computer or mobile. I like this much better than Periscope. Good, Dina. I'm so glad. That's awesome.
Did you start at the bottom or you start?
I'm starting at the top. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm just.
Okay. I'm just. Some of it is comments, so I'm trying to read through what's a comment and what's a question. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Belinda, did you Talk-A-Latte spell wrong? Oh my goodness. Where is that?
I don't even know.
Did you guys notice the link to Talk-A-Latte is spelled wrong? Oh my gosh. We'll have to
from our website?
I don't know, but we got to find that because that's unprofessional. Okay. Yes. Jennifer asked a question. She said, I'm already signed up. Will the freebie come to my email? Yes, it should come to your email. So keep that in mind. If you have a Google Gmail account or a Yahoo account, look for it in a spam folder or in your commercial folder. And I'm pretty sure I set up my system correctly. If you guys don't get it, email us and I'll make sure that you do today. We're working out some kinks. Obviously, we're trying to use technology to our advantage and it doesn't always work. So please be patient with us as we try to work through that. But if you didn't get the freebie, go ahead and email us at info@jewel-education or info@jewel-images.com and I will make sure you get the freebie. Okay?
Education works too.
Oh, good. Everyone's saying it's easier. Sorry, don't stress about it. Awesome. I'm so glad they love the archivability and the questions. This is awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing other questions that, okay. Okay. Won't let me scroll down. Okay, so Angela had another question, so I'm going to go ahead and let Angela have the stage here again. She said, great, Julia, thank you so much for your answer on the flyer. How about putting something like 10 digital files plus a canvas for this amount of money, 20 digital files plus an album? Would that be eye-catching? I think it would be very eye-catching, and it would give a place for people to start. Sometimes you can just put your most popular packages on the flyer, and that would, or the brochure, and that would help you, or at least give clients, potential clients, an idea of what you cost. So overall, go for it, see how it is, and if you want critique on it, I'm sure if you post it in the Facebook group, there'll be myself and Belinda and other people will be, and Jenny, my sister, will be happy to help you out with some critique. Okay, we have the perfect marriage apparently. Adele says that. Adele, I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I'm so sorry. Okay, good. I'm glad it's easier than Periscope. This is great, and everybody can see each other's questions. That's fantastic. Yeah, transitions are always challenging. Someone was trying to watch Periscope. We should have gone on to Periscope and said we were moving, but anyway. Okay, Dana asks, oh gosh, I lost that question.
See, it like disappears.
It does disappear. There it is. Dina asked, do you send the pricing brochure out as a digital version to prospective clients after a consult, or send a physical welcome packet? We don't, oddly enough, our clients don't see our full price list until they come to the studio for their session.
Yeah.
So we send out, we have the brochure, which gives kind of starting points and what people can expect to spend, this thing. And then the main full pricing brochure is here in the studio, and we don't have a digital copy of it. And I was going to do that for a long time, and then you know how you just never get around to things. So that's kind of what happened. And we haven't needed it, so I haven't done it. My sister does send out a full pricing brochure, and that seems to work for her. But I think it's one of those things that as long as they know what it's going to cost, that you can work around actually having to put out a full digital version. Okay, let's see here. Scrolling down. You guys are so cute. All these comments are so awesome. I love reading them. Yeah, I know. At least it will be available for those folks who are missing it. Let's see here. Idel asks, okay, she says, if we've already subscribed with email previously, is it the same process to download? You will have to resubscribe, okay? So you'll have to put your email in again. And yeah, I know that's a little bit of a pain, but you're gonna be submitted to a different list. And each time we have a Talk-A-Latte and put out a new freebie, the freebie won't get sent until you put it in an email. So you'll have to re-opt in, but hopefully with your autofill thing on your browser, that won't be too much of a problem. Okay, let's see. More questions. Thank you for, Angela is so good about asking questions. She puts question right across the top, and I'm like, yes, I know, that's a question. Okay, Angela, I will go ahead and answer again for you, my dear. What about talking about past clients in a good way without references? Any ideal topics to talk to them? You know, Angela, I think you're right. I may have been a little bit too harsh. It's okay to talk about good things about other clients, but I wouldn't belabor the issue. And what I mean by that is don't go on and 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 on. You know what I mean? You don't want... And
don't get too personal.
Yeah, I think the biggest gist of what I was saying is you don't want your clients to think that you're a gossiper.
Right. Someone
who gossips about other people. I think that's the biggest thing that looks unprofessional. And whether the conversation is good or negative, you can get that, you can give that impression. So just be aware of that, I think, is all I'm saying. All right, more questions. I hope I'm not missing any. At least people don't have to copy and paste like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, Sonia Freeman asks, how do you show your customers what orders will look like in a mat and frame without showing them your cost in a roast program? That's a great question, Sonia. We use a software called ProSelect. ProSelect will allow you to show mats and frames without showing prices. And then my clients never, ever, ever, ever see roasts. I will never show my clients roasts because I don't want them to see the prices. You're exactly right. So using a software like ProSelect or Fundy Albums, Fundy software is a great way to do that. And yeah, it is an investment in the new software, but I tell you, ProSelect has made me 1,000 times what it costs. No, more like 10,000. Yeah, I mean, really, I think the software, I pay $200 a year for it, and it brings me $200,000 a year, at least. So it's a minor price to pay for a software that helps you sell and present, allows your client to see what they're going to be purchasing and shows them exactly what's going to look like with their images. So important. So look at and research some of the software out there that can help you with this kind of thing, and then you'll never have to show your client rows again. Okay. It says, after I've asked a question now, I cannot see the streaming line of questions. I get an area to click on the next question and can only see one by one. I'm not sure what that's all about. What do you see over there?
It is quite annoying. Like, as a viewer, there's like this box that pops up that says new question, and you can't see like the full feed, but I don't know like why the other questions are disappearing.
I'm not sure about that.
Also, I can't remember who it was, but I accidentally clicked the flag on someone's comment, which was to report abuse. So if you got a notification that reported you, I'm really sorry, and I hope that, I'm sure it'll turn into nothing.
I'm so sorry. I almost spit coffee all over my screen. I don't mean to laugh.
I felt so
but
bad.
That is kind of funny, and that is something that you would do.
No, I was trying to see if I could, like, I thought it would flag it like, oh, so I could go back to answer that question.
Oh, got it.
Like in your email, you can flag something.
Got it.
And then it was like,
learning curve.
You reported
learning curve. Okay. And like I said, these are growing pains and learning curves, guys. So we are doing our best. I appreciate so much your patience with us, because we are kind of blumbering idiots right now.
I know, right?
Trying to get through this, but oh man. Okay. Thank you. Okay, I know, and it's hard on Google Plus to like switch accounts. I was panicking a little bit because I couldn't get onto this and start the broadcast initially because I was logged in under the wrong account. Okay, let's see here. I think that's it, the questions.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, unless there's been more since you started.
Do they start at the bottom and go up?
Yeah.
Oh, so the newest ones are at the top.
Oh yeah, but that you answered that already.
Okay.
Right?
Oh,
no, did
what?
You?
Oh, okay. No, that's a different person. Angela asked that first question. Let's do Jen's question. Jen Godshall asks, what do you recommend doing with your flyers? Leaving them everywhere, OB, Doctor Office Birthing Center, or do you protect them more and only hand out to very interested clients? They're not cheap, but I'm sure worth it. I can feel your pain, my dear. I blanket them everywhere. These are from gotprint.com. Gotprint.com. GOTPRINT.com, like to get something, gotprint.com. They're extremely high quality, and what do they cost us? 20, 30 cents a piece, maybe 50. I get like I get no less than that. I get 1,000 of these for around $250.
Yeah,
which is really good, and that includes shipping. So go to a long run printer, not a short run. Like White House and the Labs, those are short run printers. They'll only give you like 25 at a time, and you pay like $3 a piece. No. Gotprint.com has beautiful quality. This is their dull recycled cover paper. It's super thick. I really love how thick it is. And like I said, I buy 1,000 of these for $250 at the most. So find a better source, cheaper, and I leave these everywhere. This is how people know me, contact me, pass information. I have a business card, but honestly, I don't really use it that much. This is what people know, and because I can show off more here and pre-qualify my potential client. I hope that answers your question, Jane, and helps you, or Jen, excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that, Jen. I hope that answers your question and kind of gives you an idea for another resource. Okay. Sophia asks, if you have two niches, high school, seniors, and families, how do you blog and social media for both? Good question. Honestly, I just kind of mix them into the same blog. Just make sure you mix it up.
Those are actually pretty easy niches to
combine. I would agree. So just mix it up and do both. I mean, you guys, what is my problem? I cannot talk. If you are on our Facebook Jewel Images business page, you'll note that I do stuff for education and babies there all the time. I mix my audiences left and right. So I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. Just be sure to keep it even. You know, don't all do all seniors and then all of a sudden go to families. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Try to keep it mixed up.
Right.
Okay.
Like because there's like a season for senior portraits. So just don't all post them all during that season for
Yeah,
when you
spread
took
it out.
them. You don't have to post them right when you took them. I mean, unless you're in the habit of doing sneak peeks, but we don't.
Yeah.
We don't, so that's an issue for us. But you can kind of alter it, like we were saying earlier in the broadcast, to like don't to spread it out. You know, like a year later, you can say, "Oh my gosh, this guy's graduating now, and we took his portraits last fall," or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you can spread it out.
Exactly. Ella asked, I think it's jumping down because people are asking.
So the older question.
She said, sorry, hit too soon. Don't no, that's the wrong one. So I think she asked about the printer.
How do you,
She said she missed it. She lost the connection. Anyway, it's gotprint.com for those of you who are interested. Okay, we only have like 5 more minutes. I have a newborn baby coming in at 10, so we will do our best to keep answering until close to that time. But we are going to have to log off pretty soon. My coffee's totally cold.
I know mine is.
But we stayed on longer today because of the technical stuff. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Adele asked, I shoot newborn, family, maternity, and beauty headshot sessions. I have my pricing down packed. However, would you suggest creating a new brochure for each genre? Or combine newborn, family, maternity as one, then beauty and headshot separately? Oh, that's hard. I only have my newborn brochure. That's all I've got, and I do families from that. I have wavered on this subject too. Oh, it just becomes a lot to manage, doesn't it? If you have to create marketing collateral for every single genre that you do. I know it's not easy. I would definitely boudoir and headshots should be separate because it's so different. But I think newborn, family, and maternity can be all combined into one. That's probably what I would do. I hope that answers your question, Adele. But trust me, I've struggled with that too. Okay. Jennifer asks, how is that new image box going? Higher sales. We just literally launched it like a week or two ago. We've only had a couple sales sessions in, but yeah, people love it. It's going crazy. So I honestly can't answer that totally well at the moment, but give me another month. Give me another month and I'll get it again. Okay. Let's see. I can't get on Showcase, but isn't showing the link for the freebie. Sorry. Go to our website.
That's an older.
Oh, it is.
question,
Okay.
We did. I think you're caught up. Questions.
Adele's so cute. Oh my gosh, it keeps jumping around.
Yeah,
this
see,
is so
it's
hard.
so
Okay.
frustrating.
That's going to be definitely.
Because there's the typo one, so I think you've already read those. How do you handle a client that wants to stray? Oh, maybe you haven't answered
No,
that.
I haven't. And Michael Gant. Okay,
That's
let's
so
answer Michael
confusing.
Gant's question. How do you handle a client that wants to stray from the art products listed in the created collection? Yesterday, a client wanted to get a frame print instead of a canvas. Frame prints aren't on my, okay, I would give it to him. I have a client who bought a metal print the other day, and we don't sell metal prints. I'm like, no, I don't sell metal prints. But she has them from a previous photographer. They moved to Bend, and so she wanted a metal print. So I'm like, okay, I'll get you a metal print. So I went upstairs, opened up Rose, figured out how much it was, cost of goods, and gave her a price, and bam, we did it, and she bought it. So honestly, even if it's not my price list, I do offer clients things, especially if they're trying to match something else. Hope that answers your question, Michael. Okay, let's keep going down the list here. We're going to have to log off, so I'm looking for actual questions. Okay, and I'm looking for questions that
resources. All of the idea community resources music families do different things with the idea. Oh,
that was from the baby brief, right? That was from what you suggested earlier. Okay, it's good. You're not doing it wrong, Becky. You're doing great. You guys are all doing great. We're the ones who are doing it wrong. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think these. I wish there was a timestamp on
our
some of
brochure
these.
doesn't get posted because we sell it. So we showed it to you, but we don't. We won't.
We sell it to photographers. So
yeah.
if you want to buy it, you can go to our dual education site and see it there. Let's see. Jennifer asked, looks firm.
The kind of paper from Got Print.
Yeah, it's dual recycled cover is what was what I used from Got Print. It's the more expensive paper, but even at that price, it's still really cheap. But it's a matte finish. It's not glossy. I don't like anything glossy. Ooh, glossy. No, thank you. Just a brand thing. But anyway, yeah, the dual recycled cover is the best. Is the one I use, Jennifer. If that answers your question. Okay. I think that's about it. We're going to have to, I think people are, I mean, overall, are you guys happy with this new platform? Do you think it's going to end up being better? I know we're getting the kinks out, and Yeah. Oh, the link was spelled wrong, but it works. Oh, that's my problem.
Oh.
How unprofessional is that? Good grief, you guys. I am so sorry. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to see if I can. It's sometimes hard to sort through questions when it's just comments. You guys are all so kind. Thank you. Thank you for these wonderful comments. I'm so tickled, and I'm glad this is going to hopefully work. So yes, you will be able to rewatch this later. It takes about a half an hour, I think, but it will post to our YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I think you'll get notification when we post new videos, which is good. You'll be able to see that. Okay, I think that's about it. I'm going to scroll to the top, make sure we haven't missed anything. I think that's it. Oh, let's see. Ashley wanted to talk about baby brief. I can do that really quick. Can you have a talk about the baby brief sometime? I'm getting started on that. Would love to know more about how much control you give others about their own info since it's free. Absolutely none. They have no control. We control it all. We made a WordPress site and researched all the vendors in our town and just did it. Yeah, they didn't even know they were getting put on there. So we just kind of made a resource guide. It's completely free. They don't have to pay anything to be on there. And honestly, we've been a little slacking on it in the past year or so. We need to re-up and revamp it. Things are changing around here, as you guys probably know, with Jenny coming on board. We also just brought on a new intern yesterday, Addie, so I'll be introducing her towards the end of the week. And she's going to be helping us with social media marketing and all that good stuff. So we're very excited to have her come on board and slowly but surely grow in this little team called Jewel Education over here in Bend, Oregon. And all with the hopes, of course, of making money, but of serving you guys too. So, and helping you grow. That's what's fun and important.
I always feel like I look like a dork on these things because I'm like going like this.
I know. We clicked on there. There we go.
Sorry.
Because it's Google Hangouts timestamps the question.
Right.
So that people who watch the replay can like see which question.
The answer.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I know.
Okay, thanks, Jennifer. We'll go. It's in the menu title that the T is missing on the website.
I'm such a dork.
That's okay. We'll go fix it.
Oh, what you get when you're in a hurry.
Don't love the layout of the questions. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. We originally thought, oh, it'd be so great because then we don't miss them. You know, on Periscope, they go by so fast that we miss them. So we're like, oh, this will be great. It archives, but it is kind of hard to.
It is a little challenging. I think
to keep up with, but we're kind of testing things out and seeing how things might work. Is Sarah Daly still around? Intern and Lauren gone. Lots and lots of changes.
Yes, Sarah's still with us. I do believe she is going to be taking her business home. Her daughter, she wants to spend some more time with her daughter. So I think she is going to be moving away, but not a big deal. It's all good. And then let's see, someone said about the baby brief. Oh, go to thebabybrief.com. Thebabybrief.com is the address for that. Okay, I think we're going to have to bug out of here from that. And I want to say thank you so much for putting up with us on this first Google Hangout with Talk-A-Latte. The goal, of course, is to make this a easier, richer experience for you guys. The other cool thing is that I can have guest interviews and guest people come on board. Obviously, Belinda and I are on the same microphone, the same camera today, like we always have been with Periscope. However, I can bring on board other professionals and other educators from around the world to come on to Google Hangouts, which is going to be really cool. And then on top of that, we can share links with you guys. We can take your questions a little easier. I know it's not the best layout in the world, but I can also screen share and show you guys websites and all kinds of cool stuff. So I think that's where the power is going to lie in this. And then, of course, the archivability. So this is all going to get put on YouTube. You guys can refer to these over and over again, which I'm super happy about. I really, really appreciate you sticking with us through these growing pains. I know it can be a little challenging at times. We totally have a way smaller audience than normal. On Periscope, we would have like 800 to 1,000 people tuning in, and I think we had 75 at the most this time on Google Hangouts. But that is okay. I would rather have it be a richer experience for the few who really want to be here than get a bunch of people who aren't even really listening. So that to me is way more important. So again, thank you guys so much. We're expecting a client to walk through the door at any second now. So we're going to go ahead and tune out, but stay tuned. We will post next week's Talk-A-Latte topic on our website. and on, of course, the Facebook group. So go ahead and log into that if you're not already a member. And we're going to try to get this stuff out earlier and easier to you guys, so it's more efficient, okay?
And if you found this link and you're a photographer, but you're not part of the group and have asked, it's probably because either your profile is completely private and we can't see anything about you and we don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Or your website has no evidence of you being a photographer.
Yeah.
Like your about section is empty, or like the stuff that you post is like, there's no
relation, like we can't tell
relationship to the fact that you are a photographer.
So if you want to join the group, make sure that your about section says I'm a photographer, and then we'll know and join you on the Facebook group. Okay. Okay, guys, thanks so much for your attention today. I hope this worked. Feedback is wonderful. Please email us, go to the group, make comments, tell us how we can make it better, because I really would like to make this experience awesome for you all in the future. Okay.
Absolutely.
We will grow and get better. Thank you for being part of the inaugural one. You guys are the first.
Yeah.
Numero uno. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.